What's up, guys? 204 Ground Control. Black Ops Technology. Hey, please do me a favor. Check out my buddy Shotgun Talk Show, YouTube. All one word. Amplifiers, DX gates. A few years back, I've gotten one of his amplifiers in here, did a review, and I have a video on it. Pretty cool builder. Hobbyist at the most. Right now, he's not in full-fledged building. The man has a job, career, family, but he also has an awesome YouTube channel. So please, when you see it come up, I'm going to show you a little picture of it right now. Shotgun Talk Show. Check him out, man. Subscribe. Tell him Ground Control sent you. Because we have a collaboration coming up yet again, okay? And it's going to be something that I'm in possession of right now that I want to just slide to him because I'm not doing nothing with it. I'm too busy. So it's going to be an awesome amplifier. And it's going to be a collaboration. Ground Control and Shotgun Talk Show. So please go subscribe. Give him a thumbs up. Say hello to him, man. He's an awesome Radiohead, man. Shout out to Magic Man 43 too. You know, that's our hermano too. But for right now, my station is even more hectic now, man. I'm just putting in another oscilloscope. We got a 100 megahertz oscilloscope here with the RF sampler. This is what I'm gonna be keeping my my eye on when I'm transmitting, broadcasting. But yeah, we're gonna run an RF sampler, and we upgraded it to a tablet oscilloscope so we can keep our eye on our modulation when we're broadcasting. No doubt about it. Hey, coming up, 2950DX. Check it out. Ground Control reporting for duty. Hoorah. All right, guys. RCI 2950. That's right, man. Okay, so mic gains all the way down. RF power is all the way down. Running through your static mic here. Okay. On the watt meters, Service Master, H-Stron, free counter, O-scope. Let's key her up. Almost a 5-watt dead key. All right. Let's switch this around. All right, 0 reflect. Cool. You never know, man. Even with 5 watts, you know, you ever see reflect on something like that, you know, 5 watts, man, it's a telltale sign something's wrong. Something's, you know, not right, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to take your mic gain. We're going to put it at 12 o'clock. All right, that should be about 12. Well, let me see. How far does this thing go? Good God. All right. Okay. We're going to call that about 12 o'clock. All right. We'll set you up here. Guess somebody's outside cutting grass. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but anyways. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Okie dokie, let's cut this light off. You can tell you got a pinch carrier. Well, you're not flat topping, but your roll-offs, man, you know, that's at 12 o'clock. So, no matter how you look at it, yeah, got a little bit of distortion in there. So, get you back up here. And what we're going to do is zoom you in just a little bit. Now remember where the mic gain is. It's set here, okay? So when I key up and put the 1 kilohertz tone in it, I'm going to back the mic gain down, okay? And we're going to see where the point is that we get at least some decent modulation real quick, okay? 1 kilohertz tone coming up. So I had to move it down just a little bit. That's where it's clean, okay? And yeah, that's all the way down. So this mic gain would have to be right there, barely open for it to be clean. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the mic gain all the way up. You already know it's gonna get worse, okay? We'll keep the camera in zoom. All right. This is at 500 millivolts on the O-scope, by the way. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. All right, that's the mic gain all the way open, man. About a 5-watt dead key. And that's your average swing forward there. Make sure you're still on camera. There we go. My bad. All right, see? Now she's flat topping. Flat topping, pinch carrier, terrible roll off. So it's a, you know, overmodulated, distorted, positive envelope. So positive's terrible, the negative's gonna be terrible, you know? Okay, see, negative, positive. All right, that's at 500 millivolts. Stand by. See if we can't get this camera adjusted a little bit better. There we go. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Yeah, buddy. We'll fine tune the voltage. All right. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a little bit of modulating. Let me take you out of zoom real quick. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She is pinching on the vocals. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, man. So now we're gonna turn the mic gain all the way down. And we know she's doing almost 5 watts on the low side of the RF power, so we're gonna come back here. RF power is all the way up. Mic gain is all the way down. Shine some light on the scenario. Boop. There we go. 25 forward. Almost a 15-watt dead key. Let's see if we got any reflect back on that almost 15 watt dead key. Just a little bit. Yeah, I would say definitely a quarter of a watt, if that. For all you guys that might not be able to see too well, I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, that's definitely about a quarter of a watt right there, man. I'm gonna back you out of zoom. Okay. See what she's doing peak on the 50 watt scale. Audio. Oh. Getting ahead of myself like I do sometimes. Well, we're gonna tune this radio with the mic gain to set for settings to be all the way up. Excuse me. Audio. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio. Audio check 1 2 3. 50 watt scale. Audio. About 35 watts peak, man. Okay, so she's not doing more than what she should be doing. All right. You know, once you get into like 48, 49, 50 watts, 60 watts, 70 watts, you know, there's some mods that can make a 2950 do that. But thing is, they don't fucking last long. The radios don't last long, man. So inevitably, you know, and there's a lot of radios out there floating like that, man. You got to watch these guys, man, you know, who you get to direct inject and line level your radios. You know, to be honest with you, some of these radios these guys are modding and coming up with, man, you can't even send them back to Stryker. You can't even send them back to the technician that's putting all these, you know, peak regulators and dead key regulators in them. You can't even send them back to that guy because the radio, once it malfunctions, it fries so bad that he can't even fix it. And you know what Stryker would do or President will do? They're going to tell you, buy another radio. They're going to send you back your burnt up radio. Okay? And they're going to tell you to buy another radio. All right? Anyways, never mind that. We're going to come back. We're going to get this radio straight, harmonically sound. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. Ground control is on deck. Okay? So, let's get down to business. All right, and we're back, man. As you can see, first thing I'm going to point out is your trap coils, man. They've definitely been spread. Don't worry about that. Okay? We'll get y'all squared away with that. Your driver and your finals, they're in great shape. Thermal paste on them was in great shape. Okay, voltage regulators in great shape. At first, I thought this was a cap upgrade. Somebody upgraded the cap, but it's not. It's not an upgrade. All right, 1,000 puff, that's factory. Okay, I believe your upgrade would be 1,500 to 2,200. Yeah, or probably 1,500 to 2,500. All right, so yeah, just wanted to point that out. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get these trap coils back in line for you, wound tight again. And we're going to put our tune to it, and then we'll come back and we'll check out the test equipment, man. No doubt about it. All right, guys. Hang on to something. And we're back, man. We're going to wrap this thing up. This thing is stroking. It's doing its thing, man. No doubt about it. For all you do-it-yourself guys, I got 3 pot locations for you, okay? AM low power is VR19. That's Victor Romeo 19er. All right, AM modulation is VR17. Your AF power for your high end is VR15, okay? I'm not going to say anything about FM. I'm not going to say anything about sideband because, you know, last week I had a guy email me just because I had a video on pot locations on the radio. You know, he wouldn't mess with sideband, even though I tell people in the videos, don't mess with sideband, okay? All right, you think you can get AM out of whack and all screwed up, you know, just by tinkering around your do-it-yourself mods or whatever, you can really jack things up with single sideband. So leave it alone, man. And in future videos, I believe I'm going to leave out all FM and single sideband information, okay? So if you need that, you're going to have to go through Google or somebody else, okay? Now, 119 dB down, receive straight. All right, I hate receive work. I do. It's boring. You know, I don't even record it. It's not my favorite part of the job. You know, modulation and transmit. You know, that's my favorite part of the job. Anyways, she's sound. Okay, RF power all the way down, mic gain all the way up. 25 watts forward. 3.5 watt dead key, almost 4, 3.5 watts. That's low drive wattage right there, okay? So inevitably, if you want to drive a high drive amplifier, you're just going to have to come back here and adjust your wattage, okay? Let's see how much it takes to get 4 watts. All right, that's 3.5. Let's roll it up to about there. Whoa, that's sensitive. Jesus Christ. Thank you, RCI. Yeah, so don't take much on RF power to get that thing up to 4 watts. That's 4 watts right there. And all the way down, which ain't much, is 3.5 watts for low drive amps, okay? And in high drive amps, you can drive them up to 8 watts. I don't recommend it, okay? 6 at the most, just to stay safe with not pushing your components that are in the amplifier to the max, okay? And we're just not talking about transistors. We're talking about resistors, capacitors, okay, the whole notch, all right? So now, you see what she's doing on the low side? Let's see what she's doing on the high side. Now, remember when it first came in here, it had about 1/4 watt of reflect on the high side. Okay, I got you about 13.5 watts. All right, 13.5 watts on the high side of the RF power. We're gonna come back here. Now it's in reverse. Okay, you have even less reflect than what the radio did coming in here. All right, if you want to scroll back through the video and find where I showed the reflect on the high side of the RF power when the radio first got in, be my guest. I definitely don't think it's as much as it was, but maybe 1/2 of a watt. So 1/2. That's not much reflect whatsoever. But yeah, anyways, let's get down to it. Mic gain all the way up, RF power all the way down. 1 kHz tone coming up. Clean, clean. Clean. Let's cut this light off the camera. All right. There you go. All right, let's take her out of zoom real quick. We're gonna do the high side of the RF power. And I'm gonna change the millivolts on the oscope so we can range in the wave. okay? Now remember, you can't get the best of both worlds on a lot of these radios, man. You just can't. Okay, so the high on the high side of the RF power with the mic gain all the way up, you see that she's flat topping, okay? But at least your carrier isn't pinched, okay? Your roll-offs aren't too bad until they get up tiered to them clipping, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unfreeze that, take it back to a real world scenario, and we'll cut the mic gain back down. Let's cut it back down to about half on the high side. And let's see what she does with the 1 kilohertz tone. Not bad. We'll cut the mic gain back a little bit more. Okay, so right there she becomes real clean. Right there on the high side. Right there on the high side. That's where she's clean. All right? All the way open on the high side. Because remember, when you change your carrier, okay, so does your modulation. So this is why it's hard to get a perfect tune on both ends of the RF power. All right? 1 kilohertz tone coming up. This is what she looks like all the way open. Okay. And that's where she gets cleaned up on the high side of the RF power. All right. So this radio is truly meant to be ran with the mic gain all the way up and the RF power all the way down. AM mode stands for amplitude modulation. Let the cotton picker swing, man. You ain't never heard of that term? If it ain't got a swing, it ain't got a damn thing. Come on now. Now, that doesn't pertain to frequency modulation, of course, which is FM mode, but it pertains to AM and definitely pertains to single sideband. You already know. That's all peak wattage there. No doubt about it. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up. This 2950 is done. Our mic gain all the way up. RF power all the way down. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. She's clean, man. 500 millivolts. 50 millivolts might be too much. Yeah. Let's try 200. There you go, man. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 204 Black Ops technology. Clean, clear. Broadcast audio. Break, break, break. That's it, man. We're done. Coming to you. Hey, subscribers, YouTubers, new guys, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. There's always more content to come. No doubt about it. 204 Black Ops technology. And we just got down.